Hello everybody, Cuzzer88 here. Welcome back to another 5-minute redstone tutorial. Today we're going to be covering sugarcane farms, and I'm going to show you two ways of doing a sugarcane farm. One that's nice and cheap and quick to do, and one that's a little bit more expensive, but you get all the drops. Let's get into it. So the first method that you've probably seen is using a water stream, which means it is limited to 9 blocks long, because a water stream will travel 8 blocks, and then the 9th block is going to be for our hopper. So our hopper is going to be going in there, and our chests are going to be going there. So let's place our double chest in there. 1, 2. Pop into the back of there, and any of the goodies goes into this water stream, shoots down into the hopper, into the chest. Easy peasy. So next we're going to need the sugarcane, and the awesome thing about sugarcane is it's not affected in its growth rate by light level. So you can put a sugarcane farm underground, not really have to worry about the light level, and it will still grow. All it needs to be is right next to water, and it can be placed on grass, dirt and sand, and it will grow. Next then, I just need a row of building blocks. These could be any building blocks depending on the theme that you're going with. I'm probably going to try and build this one modern because I always build nice cozy wooden buildings, so I might mix it up. And then we're going to place a layer of pistons all the way along here. Now you can place observers all the way along on top of the pistons, however that's obviously going to increase the cost of the farm, and it's not really going to do much for the efficiency of it. It just means there's more chance of the pistons to fire the second a sugarcane's grown up to the maximum of 3. So just so that it stays even, I'm just going to place 2 observers, and I'm going to place them in the center, again purely just for aesthetics. You can get away with just 1 observer if you're doing this farm on a budget. Tie this off with a few more building blocks, and then place blocks directly behind the pistons with a line of redstone dust. Then what should happen, every time a bit of sugarcane grows in front of an observer, the observer should detect that, send out a signal, and the pistons will break them like so. Boom, and then it'll all go into the water supply, water stream, into the hopper in there. Leaving the last thing to do to just encase the farm in glass. And voila, that is the first farm design complete. Nice and simple, very cheap to do, however it has some limitations, and I'll see if I can get it to rectify it, but essentially this farm does not get all of the drops. It can be quite wasteful, and sugarcane, it's not the quickest thing to grow, so it can be a little bit frustrating sometimes seeing some of your sugarcane not get collected. So I'll see if I can get it to replicate it now. Perfect. As you can see, quite a bit of it, yeah, went into the water stream, went into the hopper, but a lot of it is now stuck here on the sugarcane, and it is not going to get collected. That will eventually despawn. Also, if you times this out and you've got a massive area of these, that's going to be potentially causing a little bit of lag on your world or your server with entities just cutting around everywhere. So what I'm going to show you now is a slightly more expensive version of doing this, but ultimately much more reliable, much better output. So let's get to that. So the key concept is going to be the same with this, except the main difference is going to be the collection system, which is going to be using a hopper minecart. So because of that, we can make this as long as we want, but just for the purpose of this, I'm going to make it 9. So I'm going to place 9 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that is where my sugarcane is going to go. And on here, I'm going to place, I'm going to place the water in here. So we'll just do something like that. In goes the water. It doesn't all have to be a source block. Sugarcane is going to go along here. And then this water is going to be covered by the glass. So, awesome. So now we need to do pretty much exactly the same as what we did on here. So we need to place some blocks, and we need to place our pistons. So quickly do that. There we go. And then a quick row of pistons along here. Oh, don't need that one. And then you'll notice the real reason I've done it 9 by 9 is for my OCD, so I can just place 1 observer in the middle there, and that'll be running the full bank along there. So now I just need to place some more building blocks, put it all in, run my line of redstone dust, And that is the pistons working. Perfect. So let's just fill the glass up to the top line, and then we'll get on to the collection system. Oh, so the collection system then. This row along here is where my sugarcane is. All I've done is I've mined a row underneath it. And then all I'm going to do is place a couple of redstone blocks at the bottom here. A couple of redstone blocks there. I'm going to make sure each end ends in a solid block like that, because that's what's going to cause the hopper minecart to go back. A couple of powered rails there. Ordinary rails in the middle. And then if I show you now with the hopper minecart, that's just going to go along. It's going to keep hitting off those. And because it's a hopper minecart, when the pistons fire here, the hopper minecart will pick everything up. So, and of course, because of the glass, the items can't go anywhere. Let me just make sure that just cover this up quickly. Yeah, when I set this off to fire, all the sugarcane breaks, and as you can see, every last bit of it got picked up. And that's because the hopper minecart can pick items up through a block. So if we click on the hopper now, yeah, all 18 sugarcane is now in that. Obviously, we don't just want all of that sugarcane sitting in that hopper minecart, so now we need to get it from the hopper minecart into a more usable area. So, sorry, it's going to break you for a second. Again, I'm just making this 2 because symmetry, otherwise it'll bug me. 2 chests there like that. Hoppers going into the back of them. Place the grass back in there. Rails over the top of the hoppers. And then hop minecart back down. It's that simple. Now whenever this fires, the hopper minecart will pick up any of the sugarcane. It will then, as it runs over these hoppers, it will then feed into here. You can of course make this even more complicated. You can add systems in place that will, the hopper minecart itself will only run when the pistons fire. Using redstone signals, you can have it so the hopper minecart stops and fully unloads before it then sets off again. But there's no need. There's really no need. If you're happy and you're not fussed by the noise of the minecart, this is a 100% zero loss drop sugarcane farm, and it's scalable. You can make this as big as you want. You can make it as long as you want. You can tile it so you can do multiple layers going up. And yeah, if you get a few of these going, you're not going to have to worry about paper for the rest of your gameplay. Especially handy for making rockets and books and all that good stuff. And of course, another thing about these farms is you can actually make them look pretty cool. I've gone with a bit of a modern theme here because I always do quite old school stuff. But yeah, hopefully this tutorial has been helpful to you. If it has, don't forget to drop it a like or even drop me a subscribe so you see more stuff. Or if you'd like to see an episode where I actually build a sugarcane farm like this on a big scale, make it look good, check out this video in the top left. Or if you'd like to see one of my other tutorials, maybe a storage idea, check out this video in the top right. Until next time, love you, miss you, bye.